Okay, you got a good move. I like the way you're taking the club back. I can really see a lot of pivot-oriented stuff. I can see, your legs are working, your hips are working, your shoulders working down. You're doing that so much and so early and aggressively that it starts to tilt your hat a little bit this way. So your head is kind of moving and tilting off the ball a little bit. I would say mostly because you hit the left shoulder down really hard, really early. As you get, almost to, we're going to call this like halfway back into your backswing, you've got a good full 90-degree turn with pretty much your lower body and your upper body. You've made a great big turn from here. As you continue on with the arms, the arm bends, the wrist hinges a little bit, but you take it up so much. You've got 130, 40 degrees a turn. Your shoulders moved its way up into your chin. Your eyes are moved off the golf ball. I'm a big believer here that this extra move is what makes it hard to control the angle on the way out, or control the club on the way out, because as you come through, your pivots, pretty well through, but this club's still kind of behind. At this stage of the game where your body is, if I could take your arms off your body, I'd put them actually there. Right? So this would be a position here where your body, your pivot, your chest, your hips, your legs, this is a past impact position, but your club hasn't got there yet. So you're not like most golfers who, get their arms running in front of their pivot, but this is definitely a pivot out racing your arms. And as a result of that, you try to catch this club up and start to get back to the golf ball by bending up on the elbow. When you bend up on the elbow, you let go of your right wrist, right hand comes off the club a little bit. And right here, we just don't have a whole lot of width on the club. I'd love to be able to see your arms longer relative to your body at this stage. So I've got a couple things that I want to work on with regards to, how you're taking this club back, how you're working it into your backswing. Right about here is where your shoulders and your body have turned the most. If we could get the arm to bend, the right elbow to bend a little bit more, you'd have, a look of something like here maybe. But if we could start driving this thing down into the golf ball from here, you're going to change the way that you unload. The way you load things very well. You load a lot of great things almost for too long. And I'd love to see us not have that extra turn to the body, length of the arms and hands and club, and get this club face in a position that it doesn't have to be forced to square up so aggressively. In this early stage in the downswing, if your body and arms and shaft worked in a different way, you'd have the ability to have this club face a little bit more closed. And when it's a little bit more closed and not so open through here, it's going to follow up and match up your arms and pivot on the way through. But right about here in the swing, if I could just freeze it here, I'd like to see your arms further along in the race, further along. So those are the kind of things that I'm seeing right off the bat when it comes to, taking a look at how you're making your motion, right? The elephant in the room right here is going to be this right here. The distance between your lead shoulder and your glove is too short. It's bent. It's made the line crooked. And we're going to try and find a way to make sure that you move your body through and able to keep that club head behind the shoulder longer, behind your glove longer, and not have this broken left arm look on the way through. And I think it's going to be some pivot stuff. So I will send a video in about an hour and a half with regards to what I think